Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. Today's video is going to be a mini book haul for all the middle grades that I bought recently. So as you know, I have been doing the wrapped pages challenge in my channel for quite some time now, but it has been testing my patience. All the books that I am picking up are huge, heavy, intense classics or mental health books like Belgian, vegetarian and stuff, and I needed a break. So I snapped and I bought some very light-hearted middle grade books. They are my comfort books. I always tend to go back to middle grade books whenever life hits hard or I am reading a very heavy book. I just want to have a palate cleanser. I always go for a middle grade. No middle grade book. Very rarely middle grade books disappoint me. Most of the books are the books that I always love, and I have been having good time with these middle grades, some of which I have read, some I have not. So I'll just go through all the books that I recently bought. I have 13 books to talk to you about, so let's get on with this video. The first 4 books are all the books that I bought when I went on a solo date, whose shorts I have already uploaded in my channel. I'll link it down below. It's just a short video of me having good time and shopping books and watching movies and stuff. So on that day, I bought 4 middle grade books. All happened to be yellows and they just matched randomly. So I'll talk about these books one by one. And the first book that I want to talk about is called The Ghosts of Thomas Kempe, and this is by Penelope Lovely. And this is a HarperCollins classic, and this is written in 1970s, I think. And this follows a boy in whose bedroom there is a ghost called Thomas Kempe, and it's about their journey, how they help each other and how they discover. And it's a little bit feeling like Canterville Ghost, but in a better form. I love the atmosphere and the kind of story it was taking place. I've already read this book, but I do want to talk about this in a separate reading wrap-up, so I'll just tell you what the premise is instead. And this is taking place in 1970s. There is a home and a few people, a family actually, who come and stay in this place, and this boy's bedroom is haunted by ghosts, and he's trying to communicate with this boy. And I really read this and enjoyed this, and I would really highly recommend you to check this out. So that's about it. The next book is also a classic, and it's called The Nutcracker and Mouse King by ETA Hoffman. And this is fairly short, and it's about 108 pages. And I have always wondered what the deal was with the Nutcracker tradition that's happening during Christmas. And I've had no idea about the Nutcracker tradition. And this sounded a kind of an introduction to the Nutcracker. And it seems that the nutcrackers are something that brings you luck during the winter times, during the tougher times. So they keep nutcrackers in your home. And in 1700s, it was the first time the nutcrackers were designed as soldiers. It was the time that a lot of wars were going on during the in the European countries. So that is the history behind it. And this is about a girl who's playing with a lot of toys in her home, and one of the toy is Nutcracker, and seems to come alive in the night, and there are stuffs happening in her home, and it's about that. And it is a war kind of going on in the toy world with the Mouse King and the Nutcracker, and the girl is helping the Nutcracker. That is what I understood, and it's a short book. I am really very eager to read it and finish it. The next book I bought purely because there is a movie coming out, actually a TV series or movie, I'm not sure, that's called The Flavia, and my favorite actor Martin Freeman is acting in that, and I saw the trailer and I immediately thought that I should read that book. It seems that there are 14 books in this series which are called Flavia Delu's Mysteries, and the first book is called The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie, and it's written by Alan Bradley. So this follows an 11-year-old girl called Flavia Deleuze, and she solves mystery based on her knowledge on chemistry. She is very interested in chemistry. Her mansion has a chemistry lab. Her ancestors, some uncle was interested in chemistry, and her mother is also a chemist, I think, but she's not alive now. So she has that chemistry knowledge like none other than in her siblings. Her siblings are like 2 more girls are there, elder siblings. but she's the youngest one, and she is trying to solve a mystery that is tied to her father. Her father is being arrested for a murder that he did not commit, and she has all the burden of solving this case on her shoulder now, and she has to rescue her father and also solve the mystery based on the chemistry knowledge she has. That sounded really cool, and the trailer convinced me to read this book, and I'm going to read it and watch it very, very soon. The next book is a book that I have seen in my favorite YouTuber's channel, Alexandra Roslin, almost 5 years back, and she has been ranting about this book a lot, and she was collecting this series and all that. And when I saw this on the bookstore, then I decided I have to get it. That is the Mysterious Benedict Society, and this is the first book. It is a 6-book series, and it's called and it's written by Trenton Lee Stewart. I honestly don't know nothing about this, but I know that Roslyn has enjoyed it, and I thought I will enjoy too. A lot of middle grade books that I read are from her recommendations, so I thought this will also be a good one to read. And I started reading it. I am in page 15, and while I was reading it, in the first few pages, it seems that there is a character who's Tamil in this book, and she's called Mrs. Perumal, and the boy's teacher is a Tamil teacher, and she is helping him get into some society by entering some test. So that is all I know about it. This Benedict Society has children with unique abilities, and they are going to do something. I hope they solve mystery, or they help the government or something. I'm not sure about. I'll tell you all about this book after I read it in a wrap-up video. The next set of 5 books I got in a used bookstore, and that is just near my home. So I usually visit there twice in a month or once in a month, something like that. They usually have good middle grade books. So I got this there, and it is a fairly loot, should say. This is The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, and this is the second book. It's called The Hidden Gallery, and it's written by Maryrose Wood. Last year, I read The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, which was 5-star read. I absolutely loved it. It's about a girl called Penelope. She's just 16 or 17, and she's going to a mansion to educate 3 children who are rescued from the forest. They have been raised by wolves. Now she has to teach the way of life, and she has to take care of all 3 kids. And there is a tinge of mystery in it, and tinge of suspense, but mostly it is atmospheric for fall season. And I was so much excited when I found this book. And look at this hardcover, and it has deckled edges too, and it also has lots of illustrations. To be honest, they are all really, really very good, and it gives you a wholesome experience in reading it. I can't wait to jump into this series again and read this book. The next book that I want to talk to you about is also a book that would be very, very perfect for fall season, because it has a haunted house of clocks. And the book is The House of 100 Clocks by A.M. Howell. And this is about a girl whose father is a clockmaker or clock repairer or something, watchmaker, some kind of that. And he is being asked to go to a mansion where there are 100 clocks, and the only clause is that the clocks should not stop. It has to keep running, so they have to maintain that. So she goes along with her father there, and she has to stay there, and she thinks that there is some mysteries happening in that house, and she thinks that it is haunted and something ghost is coming, and it has something to do with the clocks not being able to stop. It's all a wonderful thing. How cool is that premise? I would love to dive into this book very, very soon, and I'm very, very eager to read this. And the cover is so beautiful, and also the end papers. Yeah, I forgot to show you. The end papers are really, really cool. Okay, see? Isn't this a beautiful book? All the middle grade books are really beautiful. They make a wonderful job in creating middle grade covers. Speaking of beautiful books, I found this beauty. It's called The Goth Girl, and it is written by Riddell. I have no idea what this book is about. The only thing that I know of Riddell is he is the illustrator of many of the Neil Gaiman books. So I have seen his illustration. It's kind of unique, and it has his own character. And he has written a book, and this book is gorgeous. And it's again for fall season. Do you see how creepy and beautiful this is? See, it's full of glistening skulls in here. If you can see it, I'll do a cutaway too. And it has this thing, and it has also a short story. One of the story in here, it is a kind of a booklet with graphic novel. Do you see that? I just couldn't stop myself from buying this. It's really, really cool to have such kind of book in my possession. And the end papers are glitterily purple, and it has lots of illustrations. Even if I don't read this book, I had to own it. So that is how I felt when I saw this book. So I immediately gone for it. The next book that I want to talk to you about is called Pax by Sarah Pennypacker. And I have seen this on the internet quite some time now. Like so many people have been talking about this book in the middle grade, and I think it has won the Newbery Award, if I'm not wrong. And there is also a sequel to this. This is about a boy and his bonding with a fox that he rescued. And during the war, they have to leave the fox behind, and he has gone. Now he is coming back to search the fox and get reunited with this. Most of the people who have read this have already told me that it's going to destroy me emotionally. It's really good in that way. So I'm super curious and excited to see how it is. And look at the cover. Once again, this is screams fall. I can't wait to do an entire fall-based reading vlog with all these books. That would be a perfect idea. Let me know if you're interested. The last book that I got from that old bookstore is The Children of Castle Rock, and this is by Natasha Farrant. And I have not heard about this title or the author ever before, but when I saw this, I felt like this could be the book for me. And I saw the blurb by Emma Carroll, who used to write a lot of middle grade books that are really appreciated. And this also has won winner of Costa Children's Book Award, if that means anything. So I hope this is a good book. And this is about a boarding school that is in Scotland, and there are kids going there for 3 days, and it's kind of a disciplinary school, and they get to do whatever they want in that 3 days, but learn about discipline while. And these 3 kids go astray out of that boarding school to explore what is beyond, and something happens, and it's kind of a mystery, and also about learning about discipline, I hope. So that's about the last 4 books I got from a Kilo book fair in Chennai, and I think it's over now. It got over by April 12th, and these 4 were such a loot. The first 2 books that I want to talk to you about were both from recommendation from Alexandra Roslin, who I mentioned earlier. I'll link her channel down below so you can check it out. She doesn't make any YouTube videos anymore, but she holds a Patreon. And the first book is called The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. And this is about this girl who's the daughter of, granddaughter of Yaga, Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga is someone who travels in this house of chicken legs in the Russian folklore. So this girl wants to settle down in a place and have memories, have friends and such. But she is the granddaughter of Baba Yaga, and she has to travel a lot. And that conflict is what this book is about. It's a relationship between grandmother and granddaughter. That is what I understood from the back of the book. And it's going to be really, really good and fantastical because she loved it. Alexandra loved it. So I think this is going to be a really good read for me, and I can't wait to read it. And I feel such winter in this book. The next book is called The Crooked Sixpence by Jennifer Bell, and it is part of a series called The Uncommoners. And I have no idea what this book is about, so I'm just going to go ahead and read what's in the back because it seems interesting. Ivy and Seb Sparrow stumble across something uncommon when they see a feather scratch an ominous message on their grandma's kitchen. Soon they are lost in the extraordinary world of Londonor, where ordinary objects are amazing powers. Wow. But where there is power, evil often lurks, and Ivy and Seb must go get to the bottom of the family secret before it's too late. This seems really, really good, and it has a lot of illustrations too. And just see here, they are so cool. There are a lot of end chapter illustrations. That is cool, and I hope that I will love this book too. And this also feels so much winter, and I think I am categorizing all the books into different seasons just because it gives me that warm and cozy and fussy feeling. 2 more books to talk about. Honestly, I have no idea what these books is about. The first book is a classic children's book that is called What Katy Did by Susan Coolidge. I think there is another book based on this title, What Katy Did Next. I saw that in a bookstore, and I felt like this could be like the Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm, something like that. So I went for it, and I think that this is going to be giving me the Anne of Green Gables vibe and Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm vibe. So I just thought I would give it a go. The last book is from the author of the 100 Clocks. That is the Peril on the Atlantic by A.M. Howell. And this is set in 1936, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, July 1936. And it is about a mystery that these kids have to solve. It's on board ship, and it's going to be a fun time. Just Titanic on a middle grade book, but nobody dies. Maybe one dies, and this kids get to solve that. That's this book is about. That is the vibe, and this is such a summary vibe. So I'm going for it right after I film this video, and I'm going to read this. And before that, just look at the end papers. Sorry, it's not the end paper. It's the sprayed edges. Look at the sprayed edges. Isn't that beautiful? All the summary and the seaside vibe. It's really, really calling out for me. So I am very, very eager to read. So that is pretty much it, guys. These are all the middle grade books that I wanted to show you guys. My heart is full, really, because middle grade books are my jam. I absolutely love reading middle grade books. If you are hesitant to read and pick up middle grade books, please don't be. They are something very healing and very cozy, and they are going to give you the time of your life. Do please pick up any middle grade books from my recommendation or from any other booktuber's recommendation. That will be the best thing that you do for yourself. So do let me know all the recommendations for me if you read middle grade books already, and have you read anything from this pile? Do let me know all those things in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd love to chat with you guys. So until I see you again in a very next video with the bookish content, this is Sushmita signing off. Keep reading. Bye bye.